Hey friend, it's Brian here. Look, I'm so happy to see you guys. Oh, I feel like I'm dark on the screen. Hopefully the light comes back up. Um, well, I'm happy to see you guys. Look, it's been a minute since we've been doing consistent music videos reactions, so our music reactions. I'm happy to be back with you for as long as we can. It's gonna be a shorter day. So hey bestie. Hey old friends, hey new friends, thank you for being here. I'm just kind of jumping the gun. Thank you for being here, thank you for coming back, okay? It's good to see you. Um, Slight confession, right now I have 60% hearing. So this ear is fine, and that'll be the ear that I keep closest to the TV. But this ear, I only have 10% hearing right now. I went to the doctor, they couldn't really fix it, but it is fixable. I'm taking medicine, and I have to see a specialist. So I'm just letting you guys know if I'm talking too loud at some point, or if I'm talking too low. 'Cause apparently I'm talking, it's been an awkward week of like trying to still navigate my life and live life, and I haven't told people this because how do you bring it up in conversation, you know? But either I'm talking really loud, or I'm talking, and I think people can hear me, and they can't. And I'm like, oh man, you can't hear me? Or I definitely can't hear people. So I've been smiling a lot, just trying to just get through. Anyway, it's been interesting. So, if you are new here, let's just go through again how it works. I get together on YouTube with my friends, and we hang out and watch some of the coolest things that I would usually know nothing about, unless I had good people in my life to tell me about it. And that's where you guys come in. You let me know what artists, what songs, live performances, or music videos we need to get it together and watch, and we do that as much as we can. Life gets crazy, but we do as much as we can, and we choose music as many times as we can because music is such a great way to connect people. No matter where I am, no matter where you are, we all go where the artist is, and we can connect and vibe through all of that going around. And I call that a musical vacation. And if you need a ticket, if you need your passport stamped, if you need a passport, hit the subscribe button. That is your way onto the cruise. And that's also how we make friends. So hit the subscribe button and let's be friends, okay? And today we're gonna hit two birds with one stone. So we're gonna pay honor to my fave Mariah, and also check in with the TNT boys. So recently Mariah's 23-year record ended with Boyz II Men for the song One Sweet Day. It held the #1 spot for the song that was at #1 for the longest amount of weeks at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts, and it held that it was #1 for 16 weeks for 23 years. Recently tied 2 years ago, I believe, with by Despacito with a Spanish artist and Justin Bieber. I didn't really listen to that song that much, so I don't know the artist's name. I apologize, but I'm pretty sure someone in the comments will let me know who that was. I just can't think of the name, but I know Justin Bieber was on the remix. And then, but it was most recently, or is currently being broken, because the song is still #1 by Lil Nas X, featuring a slew of people. but most prominently featuring Billy Ray Cyrus for Old Town Road. So we're gonna pay homage to that song with the CNC Boys on Your Face Sounds Familiar, Kids. And from the screen cap, or from the thumbnail, we can see that they're dressed up as Mariah Carey and two of Boyz II Men. So I'm very interested. I didn't know that this was that. So I'm very interested into seeing what is going on. And my bet is that Francis is playing Mariah Carey, or he's playing Wanye. That's my bet. Let's get into. Let me see if I'm right. It might be Kiefer who's playing Mariah Carey because he can hit the whistle. Nope, Francis. And baby, look, you doing the whole diva thing. Mariah wasn't a diva back then. I mean, she was, but she wasn't. Hold on. That's Nathan. Glasses.
To hold you, 'cause you've gone away. so far away.
Francis trying. Y'all, that is a lot to unpack. First, I definitely want to know what y'all thought about this in the comments. So first thing I'll say is that it's amazing what a different country and continent, how can I put it? This wouldn't work so well in America. For a lot of different reasons. I don't think American society is as open to gender fluidity. And obviously this has nothing to do with gender fluidity. This was just, obviously, I think this was just them like having fun and stuff. It's like a fun show. But I don't know, like in America, we take things a little seriously. Like people take things seriously, and they wouldn't see this as fun. They would see this as like an insult to gender identity and imposing identities and gender on people. They will just see Francis in a dress as something totally wrong. As far as like I think in the Philippines or where the show might be, they saw it for the fun that it was. I don't think this wouldn't work in America. Also, I think for our other two friends that weren't, playing Mariah, they would have got backlash, unfortunately, for using makeup to make their skin darker. That just wouldn't fly. Like, things are just very tense in America, so this show would not have worked. So I'm happy that it's on YouTube for me to see. I think they really just did it in fun, and they did a flawless job making them look like Boyz II Men, or the two members of Boyz II Men, Sean Stockman and Nathan. What was Nathan's last name? And Mariah Carey. Like they did a really good job turning those three into those three. But that just wouldn't work here. That would not work here. It wouldn't. Let me come a little bit closer so I don't feel so far away from you guys. Also, because the show was such a fun show, I'm not sure if that was the best song for a fun show. Like because the song is so sentimental, it's about such a touchy subject. And again, here in America, we're so critical. We're so tense about things. And just for me in personal, like I'm not really. I can see the fun in the dressing up, and I can see the fun in the makeup and stuff. I guess because they're kids, and I can see the fun in that. But the sentimental stuff, it didn't have the same impact for me. I think with this song, it just needs to just be about what it's about. And I think for it being in this context, it kind of took away from the beauty of what the song really is. I also think vocally, this wasn't their strongest moments, though they did a good job on it. I think the guys were trying to mimic Boyz II Men, as opposed to just trying to sing it how the TNT boys would sing it, because they were really trying to do those inflections. I just think that they would sing it a lot differently, and I would have really, what I was hoping was to hear how they would sing it, because I think that they would do a bomb job at it. And I just think that was one of Mariah's hardest vocals. Like it was her in her prime, and she was killing it. And you have to, like, there's that vocal is so strong. You have to be on, like, the Mariah part has to be on top of the boys part the entire way through. It's such a hard vocal that it is fell, and I don't think they were trying to do it the TNT boys way. They're just trying to replicate something. So it's hard for me to say like it wasn't their best vocal because they weren't doing them. But it just overall, it wasn't my favorite from them. But it was fun, and I definitely appreciate them paying homage to Mariah. And man, did they look? They look so similar to them. It was scary. It's scary how you can just mix somebody else with some makeup, huh? It really is. And they have some great makeup artists, because there's definitely people that try and fail. And I've never looked at Frances and was like, you know, you look kind of like Mariah Carey. I've never thought that. So they did that today. They really did. Mariah wasn't that, which back then she was definitely more of a sweetheart type of characteristics. And I think she's still very much sweetheart, but she allows her diva persona to play up. So I'm kind of disappointed that I think her diva persona, transcends to a younger audience, because that's all they might know of her. But she definitely at that time period was definitely more of a sweetheart girl next door. I want to I like you know, like, I'm a Mariah fan, so if you're gonna do an era, I need you to play up all the aspects of the era. I don't want to see no emancipation in my daydream era, you know. So that was just that. That was my little critique. But good job to them. They did it. My favorite still. I think I was thinking about this the other day. What's my favorite TNT Boys performance? I was like shocked by Flashlight. But I'm really digging Together We Fly High. Of course, the first thing I've ever heard from them, I believe, is Listen, and that's always going to be like a standout song for me. And I'm trying to round out the other two in my top 5 performances. Maybe it's And I Am Telling You, perhaps, because that's definitely a song that Kiefer, I feel, not Kiefer, Francis really just nails. And there has to be one more song, a performance that I've watched that just really has stood out, but I can't recall it off the top of my head. But definitely those are the ones. Those are the ones, and I wouldn't put this one in that box, but there's definitely a box full of great TNT Boys performances. So let me know in the comments, what are your favorite top 5, and if I'm missing one, if I haven't seen one, link me to that video so we can round it out, okay? I love you guys, and if you are my friend already, guess what? It'll make it one sweet day for me. Hit that subscribe button. Let's be friends. Hopefully, I'll get all my hearing back, and I'll see you guys in the next video, because that's where I'll be. Peace.